Hey girl, hey. So, we're gonna finish our story from yesterday, right? So, yesterday we left off on my ex getting ready to leave my house, his face going white, looking like he saw a ghost, right? Me letting him know, I'm so sad that I'm losing one of my best friends because I really did consider him one of my best friends. We spoke like pretty much every day. Every day. We spoke every day. So, me saying that, whatever would have you, right? And, I saw that I did send the audios. I was looking for the letter. Don't have the letter, but I saw that I did send those audios off. It is what it is, right? So, what happens after the fact, right? Well, after he left my house, I saw that she had called me. She had called me and she had left me a message and like sent me a text message, right? And was essentially like, hey, give me a call back when you get this or whatever. No problem. I gave her a call, introduced myself, and basically let her know, he just got the Uber. He's on his way. Whatever, what have you. I guess they had their conversation. They reconciled. She decided that she was going to stay. She decided to forgive him. Well, that wasn't good enough for me, right? Regardless, about a week later, he and we have a closure talk, right? I go and I meet him in the city. We have a motherfucking closure talk, right? And when we have our little closure talk, we're sitting here hashing out, what was the fucking purpose of this? Because as far as I was concerned, like, you really went out like a sucker, bro. Like, you really went out like a sucker. Because truth be told, you could have been honest. I wanted to have side pieces too. Shit, I wanted to have hoes. I could have continued to do what the fuck I was doing. I could have continued to live my best fucking life. I could have continued to do that if only you would have been honest, right? And that was probably the thing that pissed me off the most, like the fact that he wasn't honest, right? His little explanation as to what wasn't good enough for me, it sure as hell wasn't good enough for me, right? And to make matters worse, he told me essentially that nobody knew about me. None of his friends, not his brother, like nobody knew about me. Nobody. He had never spoken about me to anyone. To anyone. I was like, really? To no one? And remember earlier in the story when I said I was gathering the names and the numbers and the email addresses of his entire wedding party? I was. And see, this is where I felt the need to have to introduce myself. Because what the fuck you mean? You've never spoken about me to anybody? Word, let me introduce myself to every fucking body now. And so I sent out an email. I sent out a motherfucking group email to everybody in his wedding party, to her parents, to her brother, to her family members, to everybody that I could find to send it to. I sent it to. And I remember the next morning, she's calling me on my way to work, and I'm just going back and forth with, what do I want to do? She's feeling embarrassed and feeling humiliated, whatever would have you. And I'm like, honestly, honey, like, unfortunately, you're choosing to stay with him. So at this point, you're collateral. It's unfortunate, but you are fucking collateral. Because truth be told, like, yeah, no. See, you want to be on some weak bitch shit. Like, you want to be on some weak bitch shit. No. See, this is why men like him think that they can get away with this shit and that there will be no consequences or repercussions for their actions. Because bitches like you allow it. You allow it. You forgive it. Like, no. No. If we're going to have an open relationship, then let's just say that. Confirmation verb. Let's just say that. If we're going to have an open relationship, let's just say that. Let's set our ground rules. right? Let's set our rules and regulations, and let's call it what the fuck it is. But let's be real, like, let's not call this a monogamous relationship, because this is a one-sided monogamy, right? It's one-sided. And let's be real, like, that ain't fun for everybody. It's really not. And honestly, I'm in a place right now where, like, I had to really see, that was my only relationship in my entire adult life. Why? See, I had to come to the realization that I don't do monogamy. Like, monogamy feels like prison. And, like, over the last year, I had to be really honest with myself. Like, I came to this realization about 1.5 years ago. Like, I had to be really honest with myself about who the fuck I am. Across time and space, what I want. Like, what I like, what I want. Monogamy is not it. It's really not. It's really not. I'm trying to have a few dozen motherfucking spouses. For real. I'm trying to have a few dozen subs. Let's be real. But that's neither here nor there. I had to come to the realization of who the fuck I am. And, like, this also helps me with that process as well. It helps me come to the realization that I don't do monogamy. Monogamy makes me fucking itch. I mean, there's people in this world that, I mean, they're meant for it. Like, it is what it is. There are people in this world where they are very much programmed to be with one person. And then there are fucking people like me who are just not. Right? And it's like, we really have to be honest about who the fuck we are. There's no need to be out here hurting other people and leading other people astray. If you know who the fuck you are, like, no, just be open and honest about who the fuck you are. 9 out of 10 times, people are going to fuck with you anyway. They're going to fuck with you anyway, but you have to be willing to give them that decision, right? When you rob people of their decision to choose for themselves, that's when you run into problems. For real. From experience, like, I don't have no problems, but I'm always honest and upfront about every motherfucking thing. So, like, I don't really have problems with people about shit. Like, you dig? Like, it is what it is. So, when she got in her emotions or whatever, so I took it down. I deactivated it or whatever. I made it, like, unshareable. And this was about a few weeks after that. Like, I want to say a couple of weeks after that, they were getting married, right? Because I found out everything, and that he was engaged, remember, 6 weeks before the motherfucking wedding. They got married in about mid-August or whatever, right? And about a couple weeks, this happened a couple weeks before the wedding. On the wedding day, honey, I was irate. Because I had felt like he had won. I felt like he had won. And I went into full just destruction mode, okay? Full on destruction mode, okay? That morning, not only did I send out the motherfucking Google share file again, I shared it all out again. I was on her sister's motherfucking page. Her sister posted a picture, like a video of her or whatever, getting ready or whatever and getting together for the wedding. I posted a fucking post on there. I was writing messages everywhere. And you know what? I might have looked crazy to some people, but I ain't give a fuck. Because you know what? In the midst of me looking crazy, and in the midst of me doing all that, a woman slides into my DM. And this woman just so happens to have the same motherfucking name as his now wife. Right? This woman that's about to be his wife, they got the same motherfucking name. Little bit of a different spelling, same motherfucking name. Okay? So, this woman slides into my DMs and she tells me how she had known him since blah, 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 blah. Because apparently she jumped on my Google file share too. And she was looking at everything that I had posted in there. And she was like, oh. She also felt betrayed because she thought they were friends too. Meanwhile, no. Either way, we're going to continue with our motherfucking story tomorrow. We're going to continue with all the things that, like, because me and sis started comparing notes. Listen. So we're going to get into that tomorrow, all right? I love you guys. Have a good rest of your night, all right? Bye.